Hi, Acadiana. I'm meteorologist Dave Baker. Welcome to a much cooler Tuesday morning. Clear skies, breezy conditions, and temperatures across the region have dropped into the 50s and 60s across most of the area. A lot of clear skies out here right now. A nice breeze out of the north as well. And we're going to see a very pretty day today with temperatures only reaching the mid 80s later this afternoon. And if you have to do any traveling, I don't think you'll have any issues on the area roadways with the wind speeds up and the air mass relatively dry. Probably not going to see a whole lot of fog out there this time around. For our friends going to school this morning, pleasant out there with temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, but then warming back into the 80s a little bit later on this afternoon. And there's those current conditions: 50s over Cenla, 60s over most of Acadiana, and a couple of 70s there right along the coast. No rainfall expected today, and really not going to see much rain for the remainder of the week. Everything's going to be pulling off toward the east as a trough digs across the western part of the Gulf of Mexico. That should begin to pick up Hurricane Milton, which of course was a powerful Category 5 hurricane yesterday, setting records all over the place. It has weakened during the overnight period, but is still a very powerful storm and will be heading off toward Florida, and all forecasts are still pointing that this will still be at least a Category 3 hurricane as it reaches land. It will get caught up in an upper trough that should start to pull it faster toward the northeast, and it will also grow in size. I went ahead and put the simulated satellite and the forecast radar here out to 48 hours. I usually do 24. We're going to go 48 so you can see kind of the movement of where Milton is going to go. And then as we look at the precipitation, rains will start to pull in to the western Florida coast again later this afternoon. I think they're really going to start to feel the effects of this starting tomorrow morning. And then of course things will really go downhill as Milton heads toward the central Florida coast. If it still maintains that path heading to near Tampa, and most of the models are moving it right there onto that little peninsula just west of Tampa, Pinellas County, which is where Clearwater Beach and St. Pete Beach are. And if that does occur, the maximum storm surge is going to be pushing into Tampa Bay, and that is going to be a worst case scenario. Wind speeds and also wave heights are going to be a bit of concern, even along our coastal parishes, where we could see winds and seas running about 2 to 5 feet, maybe up to 6 feet in the offshore waters, but those winds could be gusting up to 30 knots. And of course, a lot of that volatility is due to Hurricane Milton there down to the south. Milton will continue its track off toward the east-northeast, and then a faster track toward the northeast. Again, still expected to be a major hurricane as it reaches the Florida coast. All of the track models are pretty much in line. Intensity models, even going out to 36 and 48 hours, just about all of them are at Category 3 or higher. So that's about when we're expecting landfall. There's going to be a little bit of wind shear affecting it and some dry air too. So we're not expecting a 180 or 185 mile per hour hurricane to strike the coast, but it is still going to be an extremely dangerous hurricane with significant storm surge, 12, maybe up to 15 feet there across the central Florida coast, including Tampa Bay. And those hurricane force winds and tropical storm force winds are going to be arriving there sometime tomorrow morning into the early part of the day. A quick look at a couple of our webcams. It's pretty quiet in Tampa right now, also fairly quiet in Fort Myers, but these are a couple of cameras that we'll be watching for significant storm surge here as we go through the next day or two. Out in the Atlantic, Leslie is now a tropical storm. And that's all we have out there right now. A couple of other areas being watched, but not a big concern. Global tropical hazards outlook that will renew today. It was still showing possibly some development going into next week over the southwestern Caribbean. Couple of the long-range extended models are showing something there, but all of the final solutions are kind of all over the place, so it's a little too early to tell if, what, or when we're going to be seeing anything else down to our south. Of course, we'll go over all that on Let's Talk Tropics later today at noon, right here on Acadiana Weather Today. Your high 85 with mostly sunny skies, back into the upper 50s later tonight, 86 tomorrow and 85 on Thursday. Mostly sunny skies for the remainder of the week, mild days and cool nights, finally starting to feel a lot more like October. Well, if you like Acadiana Weather Today, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and also turn on those notifications. And make sure in between broadcasts you're following my social media pages, both on Facebook and X. I'm meteorologist Dave Baker. If I don't see you live at noon today, I hope to see you on Wednesday. Have a great day.